essentially being a receiver downfield.
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of there's he lining up. What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right.
Now they've got a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice. The defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, Ryan Kerrigan. Coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, 133.
Mayfield now from the 50. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Point it right.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Cameron Hayward, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 41, Roethlisberger. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Let's go one more. 1st and 10. Hey, alert. Hey, high 7. 57 to Mark.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. We'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield flushed. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think the pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back.
Alert!
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And a pressure gets to him again. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, everyone, back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, and he's got this one complete to Callaway. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Hayward and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea. Yeah. And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. On second down, it's Connor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it third down.
Go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McDonald. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Third and 13.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check hot route. Hot. Switch. Mike's 54. Mike.
Play fake. Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He's checking crap. Kill. Let's go,
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got to right this adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, D, let's go. Snickers, 66. Under 10, under 10, 10. Alert.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Roethlisberger now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Hatchet. Snickers. Easy.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McDonald. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
50. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, zoom. 57.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger throwing the out route incomplete. It's McDonald. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now Roethlisberger. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal, but in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26. 36-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, which to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
44.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Jack 16. 57. Mike 57. You must like it.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
50. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You don't want none of that.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. No. Off. Why? Get wide.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mayfield, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Hayward. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll run it with Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Damian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Then the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cameron Hayward, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
SOS. Check. Fresno. Hey, check 24.
Mayfield on play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Hayward. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Now Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Damian Williams with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield down. He finds Beckham, complete.
Let's go. Hey, we're 33.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 50 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the